Personally, I will not encourage or advise a couple or friends or people who are dating or in any form of a relationship to use a movie as a way of bonding, you know. Most of the time, you hear couples saying that whenever we are free or during our leisure times, when we don't have money to go out to do outdoor activities, we watch a movie together. But I don't think that is the correct thing to do, because I feel like whenever you are watching a movie, you are bonding with the screen, you are not bonding with your partner, because you will be all glued to that screen watching. Maybe you can be discussing the characters and what is taking place in the movie, but at least you don't bond, because you find that after watching the movie you feel like you need time to maybe to cuddle around, to stay together. Yeah, so I'll discuss this in the perspective of those who are still dating, those who are not married, and those who are married, because both scenarios have the application. Like, but in most cases, after watching the movie, you feel like you want to stay together, and most movies have sex scenes. You see, you will find that at some point there are people who are dating and maybe having sex, and or maybe cuddling or doing all sorts of things, and after you watch those sex scenes, you will not lie to me that you will not be tempted to have sex or maybe kiss, because those people are kissing. So maybe that is what these most couples feel like they are bonding through that way. Like, your feelings will not come naturally unless you watch such movies. That's when you are like triggered, or you become like, now you feel like being intimate with your partner, but it doesn't come naturally. So that is like faking it. That's not real, because you should be able to bond naturally without having to use some things to trigger you or to make you feel like you love someone or you want to be with someone. So this has to come naturally, and you have to do natural activities that enable you to maybe to participate together in these things. So movies, personally, I used to watch movies when I was in college, and I didn't feel there was nothing much I could do after watching, because maybe you imagine you watch a series the entire night and maybe a half part of the day, you even don't have the mood to eat. You just want to watch and watch and watch. And then if you watch till a late night movie, you'll probably wake up late, and you are sort of confused. You feel like you are not thinking straight, and you don't have even a program for that day. And even if you have a program, you are not concentrating, you are not that energetic, you feel somehow tired and unproductive. So that's why you see most people go to cinemas and movies on Fridays, because they know that their Saturdays they will waste it. They will be just staying there doing nothing constructive, like maybe like lazing around, sleeping, maybe continue watching another movie or chit chat or drinking. Yeah, like you have a sort of hangovers, like after watching the after effects of watching that movie. So you imagine you've wasted your time watching the movie, and then after watching you still waste your time. Maybe if you are a student, you don't feel like reading, going to a library on Saturdays. No, you see, you just want to relax and have fun in a way, but that kind of fun, it's not constructive. So movies and even soccers are the same thing, because you spend hours watching, and after that you don't gain anything, by the way. Like, for example, you use your time, but there is nothing that you gain you yourself that is direct. Like, there is no direct benefit to your life. It's not like when you read maybe a book that teaches you something. After that, after reading that book, after taking your time to read the book, you'll maybe have knowledge about something or gain some skills. But when you watch a movie, there is no day you will gain skills, because the things in those movies are imaginary things. They are not real, they are not realistic in our real world. So you'll find yourself that after watching, you are not gaining anything. In fact, you are losing more, and you become an addict to this thing every time. Like when you want to be happy, you want to watch those movies to make you happy. Yeah, even sometimes you want you enjoy watching movies where people are being killed, where there is war, like your mind is thinking of war. Such things is what pleases you, what makes you feel good, you see. And it's not good. And then you find yourself, you are becoming distant to your maker. You don't remember even to pray or to have time with your maker, with God. You are just far away from God, and you are thinking of other things that are not beneficial to you. So you see, the after effect is what I don't encourage. And for those who are still dating, you are not yet married, you'll find yourself engaging in sexual acts. You are committing sexual immorality after the watching the movie. So it's not beneficial. And also for the couples, you see, all the time when you want to get intimate, you have to watch a movie so that it gives you that feeling to get intimate. You will not get intimate naturally. And it's like you just want to be, you say you are together, but you are not together. You are in that movie together. You are like immersed in that world of imaginations, and you are not doing the realistic things. You are living an imaginary life. So you are wasting your time. You are studying for your time. And the Bible is encouraging us to trade our times, because, or to redeem our time, because the days are evil. So movies will not help you to redeem your time. You are not gaining anything from watching movies. You are losing your time. You are losing yourself, and you are getting ideas that will not help you to solve the real life issues, the real life challenges that you will encounter. So I've talked about being lazy. You don't have, after watching a movie, you'll not feel like you don't have that creative mind at all, because you'll be fantasizing, or you spend more time thinking about what went on in the movie, like how side things might happen to you in real life. For example, there's a time I was watching a movie to which there was a city that there was blackout, and there's no way the cars were electric, and now there is no power, nothing is working. So you start thinking about such things, about a world where there is no power, or where like for example, maybe you watch a movie and you see, by like the couples are separated for a long time, and they are trying to survive, they are going through hardships. So you'll start thinking it to yourself, like, what if we get separated, we maybe we live in different countries, how will we be surviving? You start thinking of things that are not there. Even maybe there is no even chances that you live in different countries, or get separated in a way. But now you are thinking into that. You are now thinking that maybe your partner might cheat on you. What will you do? The strategies, you start now going to Google how to make your husband stay in marriage, how to make your wife stay in marriage, how to know that your partner is cheating on you, like such things. Your mind is going to a negative direction. You are now thinking of things that are not constructive to your relationship, because of what you watched in that movie. Because most movies are about, maybe there are conflicts, there are things like, I've talked about the sexual scenes, and then you have the, maybe the rivalry. Maybe there is a couple who is maybe lasting on another person. Yeah, like a lady is lasting in someone's husband, and they want to meet. Such things. You see, it's promoting a life of adultery at the same time. So you will be in that, your thoughts will be directed to such things, and you will not be thinking of creative things on how you will improve your life, how will you improve your future as a couple, or how you will maybe how you will not, even if you are dating, you will not learn about each other, because during that time you are supposed to engage in activities where you will get to know each other better, and not involving yourselves in maybe things that are more of sexually related activities. Like you are just there, but you are not thinking of maybe sexual events or having sex, but you are bonding by knowing each other, what your partner loves, what they like to do, what they don't like to do, what they felt in the past. You see, you get to know each other in that way. So movies will not give you that opportunity. And then we think of we've said about living in an imaginary world. Yeah, you don't face the realities. You are always fantasizing, like you are thinking of how you will be living happily ever after, like that thing. You want to live that life of maybe good life. If you are a lady, you want to be treated like a queen, like you get everything that you want. Yeah, you dress well, you eat good food, like you travel places. That is the life that you'll be imagining. Yeah, you'll be fantasizing about that, and you will not be ready to face the reality. So when the reality hits you, that's when you feel like you are not loved, and you are not you don't feel like the relationship you have is worth. You feel like your partner is not giving in enough for you, and you are not enjoying the relationship anymore, and you tend to go out there to seek for things that will please you, that things that will please your desires, because you now have new desires. You are thinking of new things. You are not even like, if you face a problem, you are not even thinking of how to solve the problem. You are the first person to accuse your partner. You want to accuse your partner because of failing to do ABCD. So and then the women, most of the time, they tend to be overcautious. It can even happen to men, like all the time you feel like, oh, what have I not done the right thing? Maybe if I do this to my partner, he will not recognize me. For the women, they want to dress nice, they want to, like, they are over cautious. Yeah, they want to be too perfectionist, like every time you want to ensure that you do everything is correct. It's not bad to do that, but you find there is a time someone is much into that, like maybe cleaning. You clean all the time. You want to be clean. You want to clean the house. Um, you are even quarreling with those people whom you live together, because you feel like they are the dirty ones. They are not keeping hygiene properly the way you want. And then also, for the man, you want always to monitor your wife, or your girlfriend. You want always to call them to know what they are doing, what are they eating, what are they going through. It's not like it goes beyond caring for someone. It is like you are now possessing someone because of what you see, the ideas that you get from those movies. You now try to practice it, but they are not working. Yeah, so every time maybe your partner fails to pick your call or respond to your message, it becomes a problem. You now get into conflicts because of that message that was not responded on time. Where were you? You are not thinking of me. You don't love me. Such things, such an imaginary things, like you even you try to imagine during the time where there were no phones. People used to love each other. They used to bond well. So why at this time, when there are these devices, they are making you feel like you are not loved because someone is not responding to your message or a phone call? Yeah, you see, you are living in an imaginary world. You feel, you become overcautious. You want to live that fairy tale life of Cinderella and Prince Charming. You want to feel that mood, that environment, which is not realistic, and you will not, instead of bonding in your relationship, you are drifting away, because you are not meeting those things that the movies are teaching you to do. You are not meeting them, because those things are not reality. Most of the things that the actors do, they just imagine things and they act it out, so they are not real things. So you become too concerned about things that will not help you in any way in building your relationship or marriage. So another uh, thing that I don't like about movies is that you tend to copy the lifestyle of those characters. You tend to follow what they do, how they speak, what they eat, the dressing style. You want to dress like them. You want to dress like the Jack Norris. You want to be in that environment. You want to, like, act like them in your real life. You see, and you are not living your life. You are living the life of somebody else. You are not living your purpose. You are living the purpose of somebody else. So you see, in that a relationship, you'll feel like there are things that your partner is not doing, and because what what you have been programmed to do by the movies. You have been programmed to do things in a certain manner, and now they are not doing that, so you feel like there is a problem. Yeah, I've talked about the way maybe you will start suspecting that your partner is cheating on you because maybe they are behaving in a certain way. They are on their phones all the time, or maybe they are not calling you during the day. They are silent, and so you feel like they are somewhere else. There is something going on. So you start imagining things which are not there, until they become realistic. So it becomes a problem. You become even jealous to your partner. Yeah, whenever you see them, like they are progressing well, you feel jealousy for no reason. Because after all, when you watch these movies, you get you acquire some certain spirits that will start controlling you, and you will no longer be yourself, but you will be following what these movies are teaching you. So you will be in that situation where uh, you cannot think straight. You see, even the idea of like ladies dressing in skimpy dresses. This is an idea of movies. They learn this through movies, so they think that whenever they dress in skimpy dresses, they attract men. But the sad thing is that you will be attracting the wrong man, the wrong person, who will not even bring anything good to your life. They will come to destroy your life. So there are things that you do, and you think that you are doing it the right way, and not knowing that you are attracting your enemies in that case. So you feel, you see, even the ladies also, the idea of the long the long nails, the stick-ons that they put in their nails. This was an idea of movies. A long time ago, we used to see this in movies. The makeups, the nails, like they want to these actors used to display more of the nails most of the time, and this is getting into ladies. The ladies feel that they are not beautiful if they are not having the nail polishes and the long nails. They feel like they are not attractive, or they are not taking care of themselves. That is the term they use. They use this term, they take care of themselves. You need to go out for a nail polish, for sijui blah blah blah. And, this thing is not realistic in any way. This is not real. You are giving yourself another burden. Instead of relaxing and having and bonding with your children, you are running away from your children to go to a certain place to take to have your nails taken care of, your eyes, your eyebrows, everything there. You see, in the name of being hygienic and attractive to men. And then on the other side, even men are getting affected because they now want to go for those body massage. They want to go to the gym. They want to go so that they look good. They just feel like spending on themselves. Yeah, that is what another term that comes from the movies. You spend on yourself. Yeah, you want to, feel like you are appreciating yourself. So even men start dressing like women. They start piercing their ears. These are the ideas they get from the movies. Yeah, there is no other place that you learn these things from the movies. So even when you go to college, you will feel like if you are not watching a movie, you are an outdated person. You are not living the life. Yeah, so you need to go watch movies. Yeah, during the weekends. That is what people believe in most, but it all is vanity. It doesn't add anything to your relationship. Yeah, because in the end you will find that if you stop doing those things, your relationship will not move on, because you are relying on the movies to ensure that your relationship moves on. So without the movies, it means that your relationship will not be spiced up. Why don't you find any other ways to spice up your relationship other than movies? And that lifestyle that you give to yourself, that imaginary things, those imaginary things that come to your mind, they are not coming there to help you in any way, because you want to live a different life that is not you. You want to refashion yourself, but you will not become a new person. You are the same old person. You are the same old you. You will not if you adapt a new fashion or a new thing, it doesn't mean that you have changed. Your character remains the same. Your thinking, your DNA will not change. You'll be the same person. So you'll be just changing your imaginations, but not the DNA. There are things that cannot be changed by these movies. But you see, you are like torturing yourself. You are not living your own life. You are living the life of somebody else. So movies promote also sexual immorality because most of the acts there, they are meant to lead to some signs of some kind of sensation where you start now you become in a mood of doing things. You want to have sex at that moment, and that is when people get into masturbation and other kind of things. Maybe people now start trying to have oral sex because they watched in a movie people were doing oral sex, and that is not biblical. That is not what God intended people to be doing. Oral sex is not a biblical perspective. It's not a godly way. That is what God did not intend for human beings, because you see, whenever this happens, you see the way the vagina and the over and the uterus was created is not the way the stomach is created. So the vagina is meant to receive the sperm, and it has all the things that it makes sure that it doesn't harm the body. But you see, for the stomach, if you swallow the sperms, the stomach is not prepared to handle such I could say such substances that are there that forms the sperm. So the acidity of the sperm will go and corrode your intestines, and you will now start having stomach problems like ulcers and other things. Maybe even cancerous diseases you might have problems with your cancer, with your intestines in the end. And another thing is the anal sex that people start doing. The men start thinking of having the anal sex maybe to quench their lusts, and in that process you find that the man, the anus is not doesn't have the elastic muscles like the vagina, so it gets broken and somebody cannot control the bowel movement, and they have problems with their bowel movement, so they find themselves wearing pampers and all other things. So you see, it's not something that God intended for the human beings to be doing, but the movies are promoting these things to ensure that people become perverse and sexually immoral all the time, because they have their own target. The Hollywood have their own mission, and that is what they are doing, and they are destroying even marriages in a way that you will not know. They destroy relationships, because how can you find someone, you are dating someone for like 5 years, you have been intimate with this person, and then you broke, you have a break, you break the relationship, and then you go to another person. Maybe you start even dating for another 10 years or 2 years, whatever the time, but you end up breaking this relationship all the time, and you change partners, and in the end you waste your years doing things that will not shape you. You know, there is no one who will be recognized for sleeping with so many women in a year. You will not even be remembered for that, because it is useless, it is vanity. But if you do something that will transform the society, that will solve a problem in a society, you will be remembered for that, because you helped in relieving people from a certain kind of pain and distress. But now, if you go sleeping around, no one will remember you for that. Everybody, you will die like no, you never existed, because you are not serving your purpose. You did not serve, or you do not meet your purpose. So it's not like we are here to live for sexual purposes only. Yeah, even if you are a married couple, you cannot live like on sexual relations all the time, like to boost your bond or intimacy levels. Yeah, it is very awkward even to find someone saying that you can be having sex in the morning, lunchtime, evening. Like, what kind of life is that? It's a boring life, you see. And you need to be involving yourself in other things. That is not the only thing that you need to do. So the movies are not good for you in your relationship. So there are other things that you can do to help you bond, and like you can learn a new skill or new art together. In that case, now you'll be having time to discuss and brainstorm these things, and you see, you get to know each other, you get to share ideas, and all the time you get to communicate, and at least you'll celebrate after you make it in that in learning that thing. Like maybe you are painting, when you successfully become a painter, you are able to celebrate together. And maybe you are even learning a crafting course, you want to maybe craft something with your hands. Yeah, so when you see the results, it makes you happy, because you are able to maybe solve a problem by painting or crafting or even designing. Maybe you use the the graphic designs, or maybe the interior design. In the end, you are able to maybe make a scene or create an environment that even help people with mental issues to recover. Like such things, you become impactful to the society by you do activities that create an impact to the society and to your lives also. So it will be a constructive way to bond, and also contribute. You are like using your time properly. You are using your time to create something that is changing things, changing lifestyles in the society. You are meaning even you can earn from that activity that you do together. And then maybe there is also reading the Bible. You can be spiritual together, you be reading the Bible and also praying together. So you see, you are connecting to your maker. God is the institutor of marriage and relationship. So when you connect to God, God is helping you to bond more, because you'll not be spending time on these other things that are not helpful. You will be spending time connecting with God, and God will bond you more and more. You'll find that you are deeply bonded with gods that cannot be broken. Apart from you will even have the agape love. You love each other and you cherish each other, because God is giving you that opportunity. As a man, you will be the head of the family, and God will give you the wisdom to guide your family in the right direction. As a woman, you will also be able to know what God wants you to do in your family, to ensure that your husband loves you more. But not the things that the movies will teach you. The things that God will teach you are more they are everlasting. They give you a lasting relationship until you become old. You will be enjoying this thing forever. So God is the originator of everything, and he knows the end. So when you connect to God, you are able to like bond. Yeah, you automatically bond. You don't find yourself having conflicts, unnecessary conflicts or quarrels. Like everything seems to be going on well whenever you put your trust in God and you connect with God all the time as a way of bonding. You can even be singing. If you two people love singing, you can sing together, memorize scripture, memorize the songs. And also you can be playing a new instrument like a piano, a guitar. Like such things, they help you bond, because you are learning together to play this instrument, and you are growing all the time. Yeah, I even see couples who sing on social media. They sing together. You see, they try to compose songs and come up with beautiful music, and maybe play the instruments, and that one is a nice way to do things. And then we have also exercising together. Yeah, exercising gives you that opportunity to have healthy lifestyle. You will not develop the lifestyle diseases because you are exercising. So exercising as a couple, it gives you that time to bond. Like for example, you are jogging in the morning or running, evening runs, and also walking together. And just you walk as you admire the nature, and maybe hiking. So such activities, they will help you to burn the fats, the cholesterol, and make you more stronger. And you are also spending time in this together. You see, you are gaining the health. Your health is improved in this. So it's not like the movies. There is no health that will be improving. Then, in fact, you will be getting more obese and obese all the time, and the sugar levels, the sugar problems, cholesterol problems, pressure problems, you see. And then we have the storytelling. If you are good storytellers, you can be sharing stories, the childhood stories about your, maybe when you are living with your grandparents, your parents, visiting the relatives, such things. They give you an opportunity to connect together, because you are like, wow, so also you went through this. This is also what I went through. And you see, you are getting to know each other, and you are uh, like, you become happy. And you brainstorm on ways to solve some problems maybe you encountered together, because there are chances that you might have gone through the same problems at the same time. So you are able to discuss, this is what I went through, and you can do the ABCD to overcome it. So it is a nice way to bond. And yeah, the storytelling also helps you to know your culture, know each other's culture, the family backgrounds, and all those things. And then you can even ask each other questions, like brainstorming questions on how to solve problems, and even proverbs. You see, they make you bond, because you are there thinking, and even you laugh, you get excited with the answers, you see. And it is a nice way. Yeah, during our childhood, we used to use the proverbs, and it was very exciting, because you laugh at the answers that your friends are giving, and it's a good way to bond. And then we have you can have a project where you are working on together, and you set the goals that you want to achieve together. And you see, you will be working on this project as you discuss things. You will have time together, because you have to talk, you have to discuss the way forward, you have to get into action at the same time. So you will be engaged, and this project will give you something gainful at the end of it. Maybe you'll be able to sell the outcome, the results of the project, and it will give you some income in the future. And also, you are able even to improve your lives as a couple, or as friends. You will go far, you will change things together. There is also the aspect of traveling together. You can go to different places together and discover new things. Yeah, go to your maybe old towns, and also it gives you those memories where you think of the past events and share memories together. You see, it is a way of learning. You go to art galleries, you go to painting galleries, and get to understand the creativity, the creative works of other people. Maybe you visit the museums, different museums, to learn about history of those places. Yeah, you connect with nature, you connect with things that the real things that happened in the past. It's not like the things that you watch in movies that are not realistic. These are things that exist in nature, and things that you are going to encounter in your life. Also, we have you go even to visit physical places where you can see the physical features, like mountains, rivers, falls, caves. Yeah, you go discover the world together, and it is very sweet and enjoyable. Yeah, so in all this, we have talked about the indoor and outdoor activities, and these activities will help you as a couple to bond, and you will be like thinking forward of good things ahead. Yeah, you see, there are activities that you can do daily in your indoors, and you are able to bond all the time. You are able to be together and have fun. You have something to talk about at least, and you have something to share as a couple. You are not just there. Yeah, so yeah, you will be thinking. So you see, like, if you are not married, like you are dating, your project will be maybe how you will contribute to your marriage, how you start your marriage, maybe about the children, what you will do after that when you live together. You see, you will be more focused on your future life than imaginary things that will not even happen to you, that are not realistic to you. And you see, you will be able to move forward and improve yourself day by day. So if you have been thinking that maybe movies are the best way, then now you know that movies, they don't help you in a way, and that's the Hollywood is there to uh, achieve their own agendas. They are not there for you. They are not even thinking of your marriage, or how they will preserve your marriage. No, they are just thinking of how they will achieve what they are working on. Yeah, which is not a godly way to build your relationship with.